Welcome to the Pre-Snap Podcast presented by LineStar, your top NFL player prop bets for this AFC Championship game. The Kansas City Chiefs once again hosting the Buffalo Bills. Alongside me to break it all down is my co-host Tyler Wiemann. I'm Shannon Sommerville. Let's get after these player prop bets. Plus, we'll also have your touchdown calls, and at the end, we'll tell you who we think is walking away and headed to the Super Bowl in this one. It's been a contentious rivalry between these two squads. Tyler, they've met 8 times since 2020. The Bills have pretty much owned the regular season contest, 4-1 in those, but it's the Chiefs who have dominated in the playoffs, 3-0 in those. So what's your initial impressions of both squads heading into this matchup?
I mean, it's going to be a tough game for sure. I think both teams are kind of playing their best football right now that they have all season. So I'm excited for this one. This is probably the most excited I've been for any matchup so far in the playoffs.
All right. Yeah, this is going to be an epic showdown no matter what. Anytime these two teams meet, there's always some fireworks in this one, and the Chiefs looking to do something no team has ever done, and that is win back-to-back Super Bowls. We'll see if they can punch their ticket to this year's Super Bowl by defeating the Buffalo Bills in this one. But before we get into all of our picks and everything, we got to recap last week. Tyler, I quickly mentioned it on our NFC Championship, but we got to give ourselves a pat on the back for last week's player prop bets. We actually did really well, even though it's tough in the playoffs. We were 9 of 13 props cashed last week on all 4 of our shows, and 4 of our 8 touchdown calls cashed as well. So hopefully everyone was able to cash in on something here or there, but hopefully we can run it back this week and deliver some winning performances. Now, the only one entry that we gave out last week that did not cash was actually from that Kansas City Houston game. So true to our contest, because we gave out a losing entry, we're going to give a randomly selected commenter $20 that they can reinvest in this week. So the winner of that contest, we are happy to announce, is Ruby Tuesday 700, who commented, "Take down Ty and Shannon back at it." Well, we're back at it again. Congratulations, Ruby Tuesday. You win $20. And just comment on this video. We'll get in touch with you to get you those winnings. Now, if you'd like to be in today's contest, all you need to do, like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below. Basically, we're going to give you our favorite pick to pair with the promo that they're going to give you on VIVIDPICKS when you first download. And if that entry cashes, great. You win some money for tailing us there. But if we lose, we will give out $20 to a randomly selected commenter. And speaking of VIVIDPICKS, take advantage of their offer right now. $250 deposit match plus up to $25 secured play. But the key is to use that promo code LineStar. Another partner of ours, and this offer is expiring on the 26th, so take advantage of it while it lasts. You can sign up for Dabble. Right now, this is the last chance for new users to get a free $25. The offer ends January 26th. Again, the common denominator here is to always use that promo code LineStar. If you're curious in any of our other partner offers, we have them all listed below. And again, LineStar is the key to unlocking all of those different benefits there. All right, so let's get into this contest. We'll talk about the weather, the injury reports, and a couple other handicapping notes before we really dive into the player prop bets, starting things off with the weather at Arrowhead. Well, partly sunny skies, Tyler, high of 34, temps dropping to as low as 19 degrees, but that's pretty good football weather if you ask me. Winds around 7 miles per hour, which little to no impact, right?
Yeah, we're good to go. We're gonna see some fireworks.
That's for sure. About the injury report, let's take note of this one, because on Buffalo, we got a couple things to point out here. Cornerback Christian Benford did not practice. I think that's for personal reasons, but he is dealing with a concussion and is listed as questionable for Sunday's contest. Now, one player that has been listed as out in this contest is safety Taylor Rapp. So a veteran defender out in this game. That could be impactful. Keep an eye on that. Now, linebacker Balin Spector, who is on IR, could be activated, but listed as questionable right now heading into the contest in Kansas City. For KC, no injuries to report. They are healthy heading into this one. And one last handicapping note here. Tyler, I included the lead ref. His name is Cleet Blakeman. And also some notes there, because I know anytime we talk about the Chiefs, there will, for good reason, be discussion about the ref. Well, Clete Blakeman and his squad. The Chiefs are 5-5 under him as lead ref, while the Bills are 6-2. Also worth noting that home teams were an NFL worst 5-11 in 2024 with Clete Blakeman. Just something to point out, something to consider as we look into this game here. I know it's going to come up, so let's get into these player prop bets. So as always, using the PropsAI tool on the LineStar app to help us find the best value, we will be referencing LineStar projections throughout this video. You'll see some fancy graphics pop up. That is the PropsAI tool in the LineStar app. And if you're interested, check it out at linestarapp.com. All right, let's start off with LineStar's pick. Now, this is the pick that we're going to use with that VIVIDPICKS promo, which for me, it was Saquon Barkley over 100 rushing yards. So I feel like Saquon 100 rushing yards is quite the bargain in the matchup against the Commanders. So we're going to take that one and pair it with Bills' Khalil Shakir over 55 receiving yards. This is one that we went to last week at Cash for Us. We're going to run it back right there. Again, LineStar is with us to the over. The consensus is right around 55 for this one. The line has gotten a little high, but averaging 54.7 receiving yards per game. He had 61 versus Denver, 67 versus Baltimore, and has just really proven to be just such a reliable option for Josh Allen, especially in these high-stakes playoff games. And Kansas City, here's the game plan that I'm looking at here. KC, they've got excellent corners. Bills might have to look between the numbers to get success in the passing game. Who's going to dominate there? My bet, Khalil Shakir. What do you think, Tyler?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at our team defense tool, the two spots that are good to attack the Chiefs passing game with are wide receiver 3, so your slot guy, and then the tight end. Both of those work pretty much the same area of the field. Khalil Shakir, you know, while he is moved and used all over the field, he is primarily their slot guy. Going to play a lot out of that spot. And so him and the tight ends, I think, have the advantage in the pass catching area for this game. So Khalil's in a great spot to do well.
And one area, when I was looking at this game, my initial thoughts were, listen, the Buffalo Bills have dominated the last 2 games in their rushing game, but I don't love the numbers that we're getting there in terms of James Cook or Josh Allen here. Might be Josh Allen rushing in the playoffs is usually always good, but I just feel like the lines have gotten too high on their rushing attack. And yeah, Kansas City has been susceptible in the run games at times. And so that's an area I initially wanted to go to, but why I'm pivoting here is I kind of like the numbers that we're getting a little bit better. So just thought I would point that out. But now it's time for you and I, Tyler, to give our best bets. So what you rocking with here?
Well, I'm staying with the same theme, and I am going with the tight end, Dawson Knox, over 13.5 receiving yards. Our LineStar projections, 18.6. Consensus is 16.9. KC is 30th. Versus tight end over the last 10 games, according to our team defense tool. Knox averaging 22.2 yards per game on the season, while KC is allowing almost 70 yards per game to the tight end, 69.8 to be exact. Also, Knox has more targets than Kincaid over the last 4 games. He has also played more snaps. He's playing around 60% of the snaps. Kincaid is anywhere between 38 and 50 or so. Dawson Knox has taken over the tight end 1 role. I think over 13.5 is a great bet when that is the weakest part of their defense. So let's keep attacking that middle.
I mean, I think a trend that we're seeing with a lot of different teams is just them leaning into their veteran tight ends when they got to get a first down, when they've got to get yardage. They go to those guys that they can trust. And Knox is a guy that's been there for 6 years. He knows the system. Josh Allen trusts him. So I like your play here, especially with that number at just 13.5. I like the over for Dawson Knox as well. But for my pick, I'm going to the Chiefs and their speedy wide receiver, Xavier Worthy, over 49.5 receiving yards. And just a disclaimer, LineStar projection doesn't endorse the over, but the consensus projection, which is an average of our other industry leaders in their respective projections, has it around 55. We're the only average 37.5 receiving yards per game during the regular season, but this is an area I'd like to target. especially given the news that safety Taylor Rapp is out in this game. I fully expect Mahomes to take a deep shot or two to test the rookie safety Cole Bishop back there, and nobody better than Worthy to test that out. His combination of speed, explosiveness could absolutely be a problem for the Bills secondary. He's basically Casey's version of Khalil Shakir, shown a lot of versatility, but Xavier Worthy, I definitely think that they will use him in the passing game in this one. And over the course of the season, we've really seen him develop a lot of chemistry with Patrick Mahomes. And when you think about Andy Reid and the way he's going to approach this Buffalo Bills defense, Tyler, have you ever seen the movie Jurassic Park? And you know when they talk about how the Raptors are just testing the different testing the fence to see for any vulnerabilities. That's kind of the way Andy Reid goes about attacking defenses. And I fully expect him to try those little weak points where there's those injuries. And I think he's going to do that with the speedy Xavier Worthy because, hey, fastest speed at the NFL Combine last year. Let's put it to use against this Buffalo Bills team. What do you think?
He's in a good spot. I also actually like his rushing yards prop quite a lot. It's only 3.5 yards, and over the last 4 games, he's been averaging 2.3 attempts per game. So it's another way that I think that Andy Reid may test that defense, especially because Pacheco really hasn't been running the ball very well, and they want to get going on the ground some different way, and that might be one way they can do it. Yeah,
just 3.5. He basically needs just one of those plays to hit for him.
Yeah, I mean, he typically, if he gets a carry, is getting 7-8 yards. He does run the risk of big negative yards because it's usually some sort of end around or something, but it's Andy Reid. I trust him. I don't think he would that would happen too much in the playoffs.
All right, so those are the ones that we are rocking with. Remember to check out that LineStar PropsAI tool. Also for our contest, again, we're going on VividPicks and pairing that Saquon Barkley over rushing yards pick. That you might get that one, you might get a different one depending on your VividPicks promo, but we're pairing that with Khalil Shakir over 55.5 receiving yards. If we get it wrong, we will announce it on the Super Bowl show, the winner of that contest. Again, like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below to enter into that. Now it is time for touchdown calls of the game. Tyler, where are you headed for a touchdown call in this AFC Championship game?
Let's go with a Josh Allen rushing TD minus 120 to get in the end zone. Allen has 4 touchdowns over the last 3 games versus KC. He also has 11 rushing touchdowns over the last 9 games. This is a guy, when the team is in a must-win situation, he puts the team on his back, and he essentially becomes the goal line back. I think Josh Allen rushing touchdown is all but a lock.
Yeah, I love Josh Allen there, but for my pick, I got to get a little more bang for my buck here, if I can say it. We're going Xavier Worthy for an anytime touchdown. This is plus 195, and Worthy has 13 red zone targets over the last 8 weeks. That's third most of any pass catcher playing this weekend. Number 1 is Travis Kelce with 15, but his touchdown price tag is about plus 120. So I like the value we're getting, especially when we look to the regular season. Xavier Worthy's has twice the amount of touchdowns as Travis Kelce. He has 6 touchdowns. He's versatile, speedy, explosive, can be used in the run game as well as the passing game. So Xavier Worthy, give me that plus 195 for an anytime touchdown. I like it, especially against a Bills defense that I know they're going to try to test, especially with a couple injuries back there in the secondary. So let's go Xavier Worthy, the speedy wide receiver, former Texas wide receiver, to find the end zone in this one. Now it's time to take a look at this spread. Right now, the Kansas City Chiefs, 1.5-point home favorites for the AFC Championship. Do they get back to the Super Bowl, Tyler?
I mean, unfortunately, probably. I'm going to be rooting for the Bills. And
I think
want the
everyone in America is rooting for the Bills in this game, right? Except for Kansas City.
To see KC lose. They've just been so good all season long, and their offense finally has some signs of life too. So it's going to be hard to beat them, but the Bills can. The Bills have what it takes. The
Bills definitely have what it takes. They've looked really good. The run game looks good, but like you said, you can't count out the Chiefs in the playoffs. They somehow always find a way to win in this one. So unfortunately, I got to do it here, Tyler. I got my Taylor Swift sunglasses. I got to go with the Chiefs here. I know. I'm grossing myself out.
All right, I'm just going against you. We're going Bills.
There we go. All right. Bills
going
Mafia.
into Arrowhead and get the dub.
All right. If the Bills win, Tyler will jump through the desk for you guys in celebration for our Super Bowl show. All right, that's it for us. If you've got any locks, make sure to drop in the comments. We're all here to help each other out, beat the books. So if you've got any takes that you really like for this AFC Championship game, please let us know. If you disagree with us, we want to hear from you too. We love disagreement on our channel. I think that makes everybody a little bit smarter. So we always like to hear differing opinions. Drop them in the comments below. Good luck in all of your betting this weekend. It's going to be an awesome game. Just excited to see this showdown once again. Let's go. Good luck, everybody. We'll see you next time.